We are picking up pretty much where we left off last time, except we got a few more villagers down here now. Everybody has been fed up, cured up, and you can see we've already got 2 more down there. Now, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 5 beds down there, so our adults will only breed 1 more time, but at least we'll be up to 6. And it is time to begin leveraging our villagers to make life a little bit easier. As I alluded to last episode, we are going to be tackling this ocean monument out here just a little bit. So I'm having a problem in the mines. So let's go check out our problem in the mines. We'll spend a little bit of time working with our villagers. We'll hit that ocean monument up, and then we'll see what kind of progress we had with our with our villagers at the end of the episode. So here's the problem that I'm having in the mine shaft. And this happened here, and I kind of blocked through it. You can kind of see where the cobble is there. But I don't get very far in, and I'm hitting these water patches. And it's making it very, very difficult to get through here. Got to have extra blocks, and then I got to re-mine stuff. And you know what would make this a lot easier? Some sponges. So that's our goal today, is to be able to head into that ocean monument, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will find a sponge room in there. If not in that one, I did happen across another ocean monument on the way out to find our other villager in the last episode, and so we might be able to get sponges from that ocean monument instead. Not every ocean monument has a sponge room. So we are going to get ourselves geared up a bit to go tackle that ocean monument for the first time. Now, there are a couple of things that I would like to get from our villagers that would make this ocean monument a little easier to tackle. And so let's get a couple of workstations and talk about what those things are. So villagers are one of my favorite mechanics in Minecraft, and they are quite OP when you use them in the right way. I'm not going to use them in the right way right now, but eventually we'll get to making them OP. For now, what I'd like to do is get the stuff that we need for the ocean monument. And really, there's one thing that I'd really like, which is either a water-breathing potion, which we can't make because we don't have any nether wart, or respiration on my helmet, which I also don't have yet, although we do have aqua affinity. So we basically have 3 options in terms of getting respiration on our helmet. We could go enchant several times, or we could hopefully get an armorer, which would take the blast furnace. If we put the blast furnace down, we could level him up and hopefully we get a helmet, but that's a random chance like the enchanting table. Or we can use a lectern and we could get a enchanted book that we could then apply at a anvil. And of those 3, the lectern is the one that's going to happen the quickest for us, because we'll be able to roll that enchant over until we get it on the first go. So I'm going to create a little space down here where I can start placing and taking off the lectern and getting one of our 2 adults to turn into a librarian who will sell us respiration books. We'll start that in the morning. We've made a little place here where, unfortunately, the kids are able to get out, but the adults aren't for the moment, and that's fine. And I know we're looking for respiration, but we did get a mending villager here for just 4 emeralds. So let's go see. I don't think I have any emeralds anywhere. I did find 2 emeralds, which isn't enough for this particular mending villager. So we're going to go ahead and just keep turning them over. Oh, we've got a 3rd one now. Excellent. We're just going to keep turning them over and seeing if we can get that respiration book that we need. Well, we found a use for one of our villagers. I know I passed up the mending for 4 emeralds, but I don't think I can pass up fortune 3 for 1. So we're going to go ahead and snag that real quick like. What a deal. And we have locked him in. So now we want to go ahead and lay down a new lectern and make sure that we get one of the other guys here locked on to that workstation. Why'd you go so far away, dude? Well, it's not respiration 3, but it's respiration 2 for 1 emerald. So we're going to go ahead and grab that and lock it in for now, because I really want to get this going over here in the ocean monument. And since we've got some extra guys, we're going to go ahead and get a couple more emeralds, and we'll have enough levels to just buy a second book and put them together. So this is my favorite emerald trade, is the Fletcher. And I do want arrows in the second trade slot though. So we're going to turn this over really quickly until we get a guy who gives me arrows. And there he is. So now I'm going to empty some stuff out of my inventory. This is not a chest that I should be just throwing this stuff in, but I'm going to because it's close. And we'll take all of our birch, turn all of those logs into sticks, and we'll come back over to our Fletcher and get ourselves a few emeralds. Whoops, there we go. Dink, 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 as many as we can. And he should level up. There's the particles, so we can now buy bows from him as well. And we'll come to our respiration librarian. Again, it's just respiration 2. But we've got 2 of those books, so we'll find our anvil. Bink, bink. We will toss our 2 books on that anvil. Suddenly we've got respiration 3. Let's take that helmet off. Boom, boom. And we now have a diamond helmet with respiration 3, aqua affinity on it. So what that's going to do, ooh, Depth Strider 3 boots. I forgot I had those. So let's go hop in the water and just watch our air bubbles barely move. Plus my Depth Strider 3 boots. We are going to be able to take out this ocean monument in no time. So this is one of the 2 better ways to go about an ocean monument. The other method involves invisibility potions, which works well also, but I prefer this method simply because we move faster and we've got a renewable source of books now for all of these things. So a couple more things from our villagers here, or a couple more things I'm just going to gear up. We're going to get some buckets of milk so that we can get rid of the mining fatigue that the Elder Guardians bring. And we might see about a better sword or weapon before we go. All right, I have 4 buckets of milk, 6 doors, and I'm just going to go with my diamond axe and see how this goes. So for those of you who don't know about ocean monuments, there are 3 sort of minor bosses in there that are Elder Guardians, I think their names are. They're really big. And in the shape of the ocean monument, one is at the top, and there's one that goes kind of in each, it's sort of a U-shaped building under there, and there will be one in each edge of the U. In Java Minecraft, you can take a door and drop it in the water, and it will create a little air pocket that you can stand in and get your air back. That does not work in Bedrock. And then the Elder Guardians produce mining fatigue, which makes it so that you can't, it takes you like 5 minutes to break a regular block like that. So the milk gets rid of those sorts of effects, and we'll be able to break in and take care of the Elder Guardians pretty quickly. They check once every like 60 seconds or something like that for the need to put mining fatigue on somebody, which is why we've got 4 buckets of milk. That way, if we get it a second or third time, then we can deal with that. The other thing that we have to deal with out here are the Guardians, and you can see those little guys, the spiky fish out here, and they shoot you with some sort of weird ray thing that will do quite a bit of damage really quickly, but they are sight-based. So we'll see if you can see their bubbles coming. They're shooting at me. I'm going to go back because I just remembered that I should bring some extra blocks with me. I wanted the extra blocks because that'll allow me to build kind of pillars and things that I can get around and avoid the Guardians' shots there. So I'm going to hop out of the boat, leave it right on top of the temple, and this is how I prefer to do this anyway. So I'm going to build a little thing there, and we're going to crack into the top of this before anything else can hurt us. Now there is the Guardian right there, and he is going to shoot at us just like the regular Guardians will. He's got, I believe, thorns, so we want to be careful. And you can see just how long this respiration 3 is letting us breathe underwater. And there's the mining fatigue. So now I'm not going to be able to break any blocks. Oh, get out of the way. Oh man, that's not good. All right, let's breathe and eat. I think we're out of the way of that guardian. I don't think he's going to be able to hit us. Boom, got one. And we got a sponge out of it, I think. Yes, we did, a wet sponge, but we got one. One down, 2 to go, and we've still got that crazy mining fatigue. So we're going to have to go see if we can find these other 2 guardians without having to break a whole lot of blocks. And these ocean monuments can get kind of mazy. You can see that I can't break my door because of the mining fatigue. So we're going to go ahead and drink a bucket of milk and take that door with us. There we go. All right, here we go down into the monument. And we will go find one of the corners. There's a guardian. Let's stay away from them. A regular guardian. And there's another one. Can we hurt him? Can we get him before he gets us? There we go. All right, good deal. And there is nothing here. So how did I get in here? All right, I'll let you know when we find another guardian. We have found one of the rooms that is likely on the edge of one of the U's here. Didn't take very long. So let's go see. My guess is that he's around this corner somewhere. No. Then he must be over here. There he is, right back there. Oh man, almost died right there. I don't want to do this and die, so this is going to be tough. Of course, yes, there we go. Number 2 is down. Did we get another sponge from him? Yes, we did. All right. Now, the last guardian is going to be on the other side, basically directly that direction from where we are right now. And we're going to need to get all the way around there. So I am going to take this door again. We'll drink a bucket of milk. Take the door. And let's go see if we can find him really quickly. All right, the other Elder Guardian is usually in this room here. So I don't know where he's at. Here's basically the only thing that I can think of is that this particular ocean monument only spawned with 2 Elder Guardians, which I think is pretty unusual. I don't think I realized that was possible, but I'm not getting mining fatigue back either. So that must mean that there were only 2 Elder Guardians in this particular temple, which is pretty awesome. I'll take it. Only took us a few minutes then to break through here. But the one thing that I'm not seeing in this temple that I was hoping for was a sponge room. Aside from a sponge room, this room right here is the other really important room in an ocean monument. And it's because it's got this huge thing in the middle that is full of gold blocks. So we'll go ahead and grab all those gold blocks, and we've got ourselves a little room here now that'll give us some free air if we need it. Unfortunately, I'm still not finding a sponge room, which is a real bummer. Well, we didn't find a sponge room in that monument, which is a bummer, but let's see what sponges do. So if I have some fuel, which I don't, let's grab a little bamboo here. If we've got some fuel, we can take these wet sponges that we've got, the 2 wet sponges that we've got, and we can throw them in the furnace, and the furnace will dry them out, and we'll get a dry sponge. Let's see what happens. And there are 2 sponges. Now, sponges soak up water, right? And that's exactly what these are going to do. So let's run back out to that ocean monument, and I'll just show you exactly what well, actually, why don't we go use them in the mine where I want to use them, and I'll show you what I'm thinking. Now that we have sponges, anytime we encounter a little water thing like this, I can just toss down a sponge there. It's going to soak things up. Oh, it didn't soak enough up. Oh, no. Okay, well, let's try this corner. Boom. There we go. Okay, it soaked some up, and with more sponges, we could soak more up at one time, and we could get this completely out of our way really, really quickly. And so that's why I was hoping for a sponge room, but right now with just the 2 sponges, this isn't going to be super effective. So I think I'm going to have to run out to that other monument and see if I can get a few more. Well, it has taken almost 40 minutes now, but I finally got a mending villager back. And that's really annoying. So I've got all these birch logs. I didn't mention this, but I went ahead and did some deforestation, while we were waiting for the zombie villager during those nights. So during the day I was doing a little deforestation, but that just means that we have ourselves plenty of wood that we can turn into sticks that we can trade with our Fletcher so that we can get some emerald. Before we head back to the ocean monument, we're going to go ahead and get mending on all of our things. So the iron sword is first, and that'll be the enchantment cost there. And what that lets us do now is it will always replenish as the zombies come down, and so we'll never have to get another sword. We can go smite 5 on this bad boy, looting 3, and this will be the sword that we have down here for the zombies. We should also be able to go ahead and mending up all of our armor. And I'm not confident that this is where I want all my armor to end, but I'm going to go ahead and get mending on it because we can. And if we ever want to change anything over, we can either add enchants or we can just get some new armor to enchant. And so you'll notice that my levels aren't going up now because as I get mending, all of my items that have mending on them will repair first. You could just see the sword go up there a little bit. All of my armor will go up first as well. The XP is now split amongst all the mending stuff. And eventually then we'll go ahead and be able to head out to that last ocean monument. So next time you see me, we'll probably be out there. Two down, 1 to go. This has been a rough go. And number 3 is down, so we have cleared out this ocean monument as well. And now it's just a matter of trying to find in another sponge room, which is going to be a challenge because I don't have another bucket of milk, which means that I can't mine around anything to try and find it. But we are going to do our best to try and locate ourselves a sponge room here before we duck out of this monument. We've got one, we've got ourselves a sponge room. Yes, yes, yes. This is why we came to this second monument. It was to find more of these beautiful sponges. How exciting. This is exactly what we needed. So now we just need to go ahead and get them off the wall. Now I think the appropriate tool for sponges is actually a hoe, but I don't have one on me. So I think I'm just going to punch with our food here. And then we'll be headed back to home base as soon as we get all of these off. I have already gotten the 8 gold blocks from the middle of the monument as well. And so this is the last thing that we need, and then we'll be headed home. Well, and there we have it, 31 sponges that we pulled from those ocean monuments. And of course, we only got 2 from the first one, so 29 sponges from that second monument. It's a good thing we went out there and took care of it. Also, kind of interesting, not only do we have our villagers lined up, but we're getting a little bit of an iron golem farm happening around here. Little impromptu iron golem farm. And there's also 2 more in the nether. Whoops. That's all right. They're just kind of wandering through the portal over there, and that's okay. So we'll need to corral those iron golems and do a little bit more with our villagers in the coming episodes. But that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, learned a little bit about ocean monuments, and these sponges are going to come in really handy as we go through our mine and try and collect up some more resources. Until next time, I'm Niceberg. I'll see ya.